Hey, what's up? It's Lanhar here with episode 2 of my Toro Rosso career mode. Now, Bahrain is one of my best tracks of the calendar, so hopefully we're hoping for a really good race here, and maybe to get some good resource points from the qualifying pace, which we might actually be good at. So yeah, let's get into it. Something that I didn't touch on was the research and development, and I just wanted to lay out some outlines of what I'm doing with all the things. And so I think the first thing we want to upgrade is definitely the engine power, and we've got enough resource points for that after Australia, so we'll do that now. And yeah, and I think that the three main ones, engine power, downforce, and chassis weight, the most important. So that's what we're focusing on. Let's get into practice.
The magnificent Bahrain International Circuit sits majestically in the desert, situated just 30 kilometers from the capital Manama. Welcome to the Bahrain Grand Prix, where practice is about to get underway. So Anthony, lots to do of course in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough with the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
Well, we're going to start, obviously, with track acclimatization here, and hopefully we can get a really good score here. And kind of went into the first lap, you see we had a few reds after losing the back end in a few places. But yeah, we're on our target score so far, so that's at least 30 resource points in the bag in the first run. And yeah, it's not a bad score, but we can definitely do better. As we go on to the second lap, we see that we're really close to doing it, but again there's a few reds and everything, and this is really annoying because one red and one green, we finished 2 points outside where we could have got for perfect. And on the third lap I tried to steer right, but I got onto the curb and I failed the corner, and that completely ruined it, as it was on the best lap. As you can see, it's all purple, 2 greens and a red, but I decided to finish the lap anyway out of hope that I might be able to actually get the right amount of points, but getting that green just ruined it all, and we don't get enough points for perfect, so we should probably try to do it again. But as you can see, now we have around 363 points in the bank for upgrades, and I'm thinking after qualifying and the race we should have enough to introduce another upgrade to China. So that's 2 upgrades for China to the next race, hopefully. And we could have upgraded fuel efficiency, but that doesn't seem as much as our priority, as I said earlier. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, and hopefully we can do well. And let's get into practice 2. Now in practice 2 I usually do the qualifying pace, and a lot of people have said that they don't understand why I don't do the tyre wear test, but I just don't really find it that important, really, apart from the resource points. But coming on to the end of the lap, we can see we're around 1.82 seconds ahead of the target time, and we get a purple lap and we go fastest, faster than Gutierrez and everything. That says we're predicted to finish first. I mean, that's amazing. But yeah, I decided to try and do the acclimatization again, and doing it, like, NASA got in front of us, and he decided to let us through in the most unusual place, as that kind of messed up next to the corners. As I just tried to keep the back end and it just didn't work, so I just decided to call it a day. And so let's go into qualifying.
We hope you're ready, as qualifying is about to begin here in Bahrain. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
Top speed is a key factor for this circuit. Even if you can achieve the same lap time as someone running less wing than you, chances are you'll find a drag.
Like Australia, I'm setting my bank lap on a soft set of tyres in case anything goes wrong. And so come across the line, we're going to P4 quite early in the session, but faster than Massa and Super Softs. So that's look really good for qualifying. And so this time, unlike Australia, we're going to go out a bit earlier and not make the mistake that we made last time when we lost the back end and at the start of the lap. And so coming onto this end of our lap, but 3/10 up, like about a minute to go at the end of qualifying. And I know we're not going to obviously get ahead of everyone else because we've got enough time to complete another lap on a fresh set of tyres. And so at the end of the session, it seems we get P9.
But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves
And
of our top three,
that
who are Vettel,
is
Ricciardo, and
that's
Lewis
amazing.
Hamilton. With qualifying complete,
So
all that
hopefully
remains is the
they'll
main
give us a
event.
good banker
We'll be live
for the
and
race.
uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make
And
sure you join us then.
It'll definitely, hopefully, so far we're in a point scoring position. And if we can hold this position, that will get us in a really good standing with the team and hopefully aid our progress in getting to Red Bull. Now let's get into the race.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakhir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and 2 DRS zones will help with that as well. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Bahrain has showed us many times in the past, though, Anthony Davidson, that a good strategy will only take you so far. Beyond that, you need good racecraft and you need good consistency.
And a little bit of luck too, I'd say. This is one of those circuits where the safety car always seems to come out just at the right time to condense the field together and mix up the cars on different strategies. It's hard on brakes, it's tough on fuel, and the main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1, where it's easy to outbrake your opponent and potentially have a bit of argy-bargy as well.
This is a really good starting position for us. Let's try not to lose it.
On the grid here for the Bahrain Grand Prix, we look at the strategy and it seems we're doing a one-stop, and I maybe thought of, like last race, turning it into a medium tyre stint, but obviously the last race it was wet, so we can actually do that, and we just went to the end on a set of intermediates. But yeah, super soft looks good, so yeah, let's get into the race. As the 5 lights start, we just put it up into rich mix, try to build optimum reds, and it's away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We get a decent start as Raikkonen and Alonso get worse starts than us, so we just try to go through the middle of them. It seems like we're getting sandwiched. We try to brake late and just a bit of trail braking as Alonso dives down the inside and Perez taps our wheel as they come back on and we get hit again. And it's just madness as we see Perez trying to go around the outside of us and dragging us onto the gravel and into the wall. That's ruined our race as we have to do a flick spin to get back on. And, you know, has contact with Ericsson, so he's having a really bad race. But we've lost past of our end plate and we're down into 20th place for the first few corners. It's really disappointing. And somehow by lap 2 I've caught up with Ericsson's teammate Felipe Nasr, and I seem to be getting a good run, and obviously with a faster car and yet more downforce we seem to be in a good position to overtake him. We get in the slipstream and just swing to the inside, and we brake really late, and we still be able to get down the inside of Haryanto. So that's 2 spaces in one straight, as we follow Verline through the S's as we set a purple sector 1 somehow, again with a broken front wing, as we go down into the hairpin and get on the curb a bit and just go down the inside and getting P16. So we're making progress getting back up. Now on to the end of lap 2, we see Massa tussling by I think Palmer or Magnussen, and he loses time as he makes contact as we go past him to get up into 15th place. But obviously Massa, with the superior straight line speed than us, tries to come back down the inside, but he just doesn't have the pace, as we see Magnussen tussling with Button. So hopefully we can just stick behind them and try to maybe capitalise if something wrong happens, like how Magnussen reacted with Massa. So yeah, we brake late and we see Button trying to go down the inside, as he successfully does it, nearly clips his front wheel, as Magnussen tries to squeeze us out rather than conceding position, as he knocks us, so we lose the back end, and he spins us round. And this race has just been so stressful, as Verline tries to overtake us as well as Massa, as we somehow come out of that not too badly. We lose any more of our front wing, but we've now lost the position to Massa, and that can be really costly, as he is way faster than us, as we go wide at a really hard corner, and we have DRS, but we just can't make it. And at the end of this lap I decided to go try and do a longer strategy and change it, and so I set it to the medium tyre, and during the pit stop we should hopefully not come out in last place, as I changed our front wing. It's going to be a long pit stop, so it's not good, and it's about 8.8 seconds, which isn't good, as we come out in 21st place. But we may maybe think about trying to go down the inside of Palmer, but that dragged us a bit wide, so that wasn't a good idea. As we come out in 21st place, as we see Ericsson, so in 22nd place. But on the same lap, we're getting close to the back of Palmer, as he gives him a bit of a love tap there, and we activate the DRS. I think we're in lean mix at this point to save fuel, and we're losing time a bit, but obviously we've got superior braking as we try to go down the inside as he turns in early on us. He just taps the side pod from our front right. We get to position into 20th place, and it seems like a long haul from here. Now on to the end of lap 6, we see Verline coming out of the pits for his stop on fresh softs, and we're still in lean mix, which is a bit annoying, but we're still going to chase after him, and we try to get in the slipstream, and we just brake as we try to go down the inside of the move, but we just get on the curve too much and we're too far back. We're going to stay with him and maybe try to do similar moves as we did a few laps ago, but this time we take a wide line and we get on the curve and we lose the back end a bit. But we're still there, but we're too far away to make a move again. But I think we're just going to stick behind him and just try to get DRS as we brake a bit earlier, but no, we go down the inside here as we go a bit wide, so he tried to get a cut back, but it doesn't work, and we just get past him without using DRS as Haryanto comes out of the pits on the next lap. So we're up in 17th place, and hopefully we need some sort of safety car here to try and help us to get back into the race, but it doesn't seem like that's happening, as we see Gutierrez tussling the Button, and again hopefully we can capitalise on a mistake by these two as we keep going down, and we see a ball of smoke with Jensen Buttons out of the Grand Prix, and a safety car is deployed, and that's really annoying because we just catch up with Gutierrez. And I know that's what I said like 30 seconds ago about that's what we wanted, about wanting to get a safety car to get back into the race to bunch it up. But it's too late in the race now, because if I wanted to get back in the race, then I wanted to put some soft tyres on. Because even if there was a safety car, I wouldn't make it to the end of the race because Bahrain is such high tyre wear. So, as you can see down on the bottom right, I set super soft tyres as I need to go into the next pit stop as the safety car comes in, and hopefully we won't be too far down as we can definitely make some progress here. As you can see, the car's behind. And as we come for this pit stop, but this one won't be bad as we don't have a front wing to replace, as we put on the safety stops. And hopefully, it's pretty much a sprint for the end now as the big train comes. And I think we've only lost about 1 or 2 places here. And so we're just going to stay behind Magnussen until the safety car comes in. And hopefully it comes in on lap 12, otherwise I don't think we'll have enough time. And luckily it does, as we just put it up in standard mix because we don't have enough fuel. But yeah, as we just prepare to resume racing, as we go again, and we tried to do a cutback manoeuvre as Magnussen tried to defend going off the racing line a bit. As we get in the slipstream, with the Ferrari engine, we have somehow some superior straight line speed here. As we try to go down the inside, he brakes early, maybe to try and get back at us. But no, we get the place going down into turn 1, getting up into 16th place. Now come on down the back straight now. We get very close to the edge of Harianto. We don't have DRS here because we've gained so much time in this short space. So we get in the slipstream, we've got superior tyre grip. As we dive down the inside and maybe think about Verline, but he cuts us off. But we get down the inside of Harianto as we get on the curb to try and overtake Verline. As we get really close to him as we set up purple sector, but we just get the move done as he needs the back end a bit there. But yeah, so up into 14th place, so that's really good, and we're so quick on these super soft tyres, so, and it's not going to happen, but we could actually catch up with Gutierrez and maybe overtake him as we set the fastest lap of the race. But we just couldn't get close to Gutierrez. We just didn't have enough lap time, as we see Nico Rosberg winning as he leads the huge train. As we come home in 14th place after just winning the Grand Prix, but at least we got the fastest lap. As we run out of fuel as well, and that is absolutely amazing.
Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. It was great having you with us for this weekend.
Really
I hope you enjoyed it as
here.
much as we did. Until next
From
time
such
though,
a promising
goodbye.
Position, we managed to screw it up. Well, we didn't manage to screw it up, but we got screwed over on the first lap. And honestly, we did well to come back from being 20th or 22nd, however you look at it, on the first lap. I mean, considering that Perez and Ericsson crash, who knows what could happen there. We could have been stuck behind them, we could have been way down the order. So, in the grand scheme of things and in the bigger picture, it wasn't a bad race from the position we were in, but we could only hope for better as we moved down in the standings. But hopefully, next race in China, have some upgrades, and yeah, we'll be stronger then. Now, as I said at the start, I said we'd probably have enough to get another upgrade, and I was considering either chassis weight and downforce, like I said, but I decided to go for downforce, as that will become more apparent in the next few races, like Russia and Monaco. And so yeah, thanks for watching this, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you later.